Honourable Speaker, I thank the Honourable Member for the question. Honourable Speaker, a considerable component of the answers to this question would be better directed to and answered by the Minister of Education, Heritage and Arts. Nevertheless, I will give some framework around what is happening at the moment. The safety of children, Honourable Speaker, their families and the teachers, and the families of teachers and the families in general are of utmost concern to this government. Currently, as we speak, some of the schools have been used as quarantine and isolation facilities, and these schools have been used because of their boarding facilities that they have. These facilities have been supervised by our health quarantine officers, and they are regularly disinfected and cleaned as per the infection control procedures. Upon completion of the containment, a thorough cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfection and decontamination process is used, and the education liaison officers with health officials determine if the school is ready to be returned. We've noted in this current outbreak that that a few of the schools have been cleaned and left empty, and then only to be reused again. Honourable Speaker, a measured approach using a risk assessment approach is being done together with Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education. The COVID-19, COVID-safe or public health measures are constantly being reviewed, and agile decisions making is implemented. Risk-benefit analysis and understanding the transmission patterns, the containment measures, and also bearing the health system's ability to respond together with the economic, social, educational, and security, to name a few. Both our ministries have had extensive experience of the last year in managing and restarting the schooling process after COVID-19 outbreak. And we agree that this is a different outbreak pattern we are observing, but nevertheless, there have been ongoing discussions with awareness packages designed for teachers, school management, and boarding schools, which were prepared by the Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts with guidance from the Ministry of Health. Teachers were trained to how to take basic temperature checks, for example, recognitions of symptoms, and working with the World Health Organization and UNICEF recommendations of 10. And I'll just briefly list them. There are community level measures, policy, practice and infrastructure, behavioral aspects, safety and security, hygiene and daily practices at the school and classroom levels, screening and care of sick students, teachers and staff, protection of individuals at high risk, communication with parents and students, additional school-related measures, such as ensuring that the immunization program is up to speed in terms of catching up, and physical distancing in classrooms or outside classrooms. Honourable Speaker, that is very briefly the framework as it is, as I've alluded to, risk assessment, and is being done at the moment to actually determine when exactly this school reopening and also the processes that need to be done will be done. The question is left field. I'll be very brief in saying that at the moment, with the risk assessments and risk mitigation, the measured approach that we have in place, as I've said in my earlier response, it's agile decision making that's important at this moment in time. And from the expert opinions that have been given to me and also to government and cabinet, the decisions have been made that have been made. Honourable Speaker, we must understand, and this is very briefly just to finish this part of the answer. If you look at the pattern that is coming, we are seeing more cases that are really locally transmitted cases than they are community cases. And this gives us some relief. Though the clusters may, in terms of the numbers, may be big, but we must remember that these are within the clusters. That is more important to us than having more cases widespread being picked up from the community. So, as you can see, there are some families, for example, somebody has a primary contact that becomes positive. He has a family of about 7 members, and ultimately all those 7 become positive. And so we must not be very alarmed when there's a huge number. What we must be looking at is the numbers in which they are coming from. As long as they're coming from within the clusters, and as long as we're not getting many new community cases, then we know that the programs that are in place are working. And the subsequent bill that the Honourable Attorney General will will bring to Parliament, hopefully tomorrow, in the public health bill, will address some of the issues in which we can really take out a whole of nation approach to eliminating the transmission of the virus. And it has to be a whole of nation approach. It cannot just be a Ministry of Health approach, Honorable Nawai. And I hope that as a leader, you'll be able to share those messages with people, that it is a whole of nation approach. We must all participate in common safe measures, and we must all accept the vaccine. We can't have some members of Parliament not accepting vaccination. We all must be vaccinated. Thank you.
You.